Hello and welcome to an all new Melanie's Muses, where it's all TV talk all the time. New videos coming to you every Monday, so if you haven't clicked the subscription button yet, what are you waiting for? Click now and never miss a video. Melanie's Muses is proud to be a Telfie partner channel, so whatever you are watching, including this video, make sure you check in on the app, share to social media, and who knows when you'll unlock an exclusive sticker. I mentioned last week that this week's vlog might be about the TV show Supernatural, and there was a great response. And so guess what, everybody? I'm going to talk about Supernatural. As I've done with some of my previous videos, I'm going to kind of split this into two parts and give a big warning before I expose major spoilers. Now, when I say major spoilers, I am talking about finale spoilers. This show recently finished 12 seasons of TV, so there's no way I can avoid giving spoilers for the whole 12 seasons and still talk about the show. So what I will do is talk about the show generally for the first part of the video, and then give major warnings when I'm going to talk about the finale. That being said, please be warned that there may be spoilers about season 12 in general. So if you haven't seen any of that and you're a big Supernatural fan, you may want to come back and watch this video a little bit later. Okay then, here we go. Supernatural has been on the air, as I said, for 12 seasons. That is a lot of episodes, and the show obviously has grown and changed over the years. In the beginning, you pretty much had the two brothers, Sam and Dean, and it was set up as sort of a monster of the week type thing. They are supernatural hunters. They go around and kill the things that go bump in the night that most people live their whole lives never knowing anything about, unless of course it affects them. Season 1 especially was travelling from town to town to deal with the monster of the week, staying in crappy motels and living off stolen credit cards. They did introduce one of the big story arcs in which Sam and Dean are hunting for their father, who has gone missing after a supernatural hunting trip. He of course was a hunter as well. And that allowed the introduction of the big demon mythology. I absolutely love Supernatural. I will admit I was pretty late to the party. I didn't start watching, I think, till about season 6 or 7, and then I binged watched those on Netflix because my daughter wanted to watch them, and I have to say I got completely hooked. Now obviously the Monster of the Week premise will only take the show so far, and so they started to develop the big underlying story, which for the first few seasons was pretty much demon focused and a big overall demon story. The funny thing is now when you hear people talk about Supernatural, you hear about Sam and Dean, and of course you hear about Cass and Crowley. Those characters didn't even get introduced until seasons 4 and 5. Cass was only meant to be a little bit part character, only appearing for a few episodes, but he was such a huge fan favourite. And it is pretty much unanimous. People love Cass. My husband absolutely adores Cass. He was such a success that they kept him in, and he actually got upgraded to a major starring role in the series. Last few seasons he has backed off just a little bit, but the episodes he is missing, you definitely notice him not being there. Crowley was introduced as one of the big demon characters in season 5, played by the incredible Mark Sheppard. He is actually one of my favorites on the entire show. I adore him. I think he brings so much to the screen. It's hilarious. I was really pleased that they upped his role from King of the Crossroad Demons as the thing went on to King of Hell. Fantastic, absolutely amazing. He is brilliant. I love him. If you ever get to see him at a convention, I've only seen his panels on TV unfortunately, but the four of these guys together at a convention panel, absolutely hilarious. If you are surfing around YouTube, I would definitely look one of those up. So the original Supernatural story arc was sort of destined for 5 seasons, and you can tell at the end of season 5 there was a big wrap up, everything sort of got the answers, and there were a lot of question marks as to where the show could go from there. And they have gone in a whole bunch of different directions, some definitely more successful than others. But overall, this show has 12 seasons on the air, and I've watched every single episode, most of them more than once. There are some episodes that just get watched over and over again in this house. My personal favourites are the meta episodes, where they actually take a look out and shout out to the fans, and they are able to laugh at themselves. One of the best parts, in fact, every year is when the DVDs come out. You get the blooper reel, and these blooper reels are hilarious. They prank each other, they make fun of themselves on the set. They know what the fans are looking for, and they love their fans. So yes, Supernatural, 12 seasons, lots and lots of episodes. You now sort of have two things going on. You have a big overall story arc that generally is running, and then you still get the odd Monster of the Week episodes, which are more a throwback to the earlier seasons. People often fall into two camps, the ones that love the Monster of the Week episodes or the ones that love the storyline episodes. For me, it generally tends to be the story arc episodes. And unless it's a bad one, like I really didn't love the big story arc this season. Mary Winchester, everyone knows what I'm talking about if they watch the show. The Mary Winchester storyline did not work for me, and here comes a big spoiler for those that haven't watched season 12. I really wish that Billy had reaped her back when she had the opportunity. For me, that would have been perfect and would maybe have stopped some of the big supernatural repercussions that are coming down the line now. Okay, and as we've got to season 12, I'm going to now talk about the finale, which just aired over a week ago. All episodes of season 12, including the finale, are available in the US on Netflix for those that haven't watched it. But if you don't want to hear my thoughts on the Supernatural finale, then turn off now. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in to Facebook Live on Sunday. I will see you there. For everybody else, here are my thoughts. Season 12 finale was actually billed as a 2-hour special, but in fact it was really an hour episode with a bit of a cliffhanger, and then the actual hour-long finale, which of course had the Carry On My Wayward Son and flashbacks at the beginning. Now, this finale was crazy. I had heard lots of rumours about a major character meeting his demise, but what I hadn't heard was that Bobby was going to be back. I loved seeing Bobby back on screen, even if he was in some weird alternate dimension, which doesn't make sense to anybody if you don't watch the show, but if you watch the show, parallel world, absolutely crazy. What I didn't see coming was the deaths of two of my favourite characters. Supernatural, what are you doing? I know you were talking about going back to roots, but Crowley's gone. I didn't actually believe that was going to be the end for Crowley. I did think they were going to find, yet again, a way to bring him back, but I'm now seeing that Mark Sheppard has tweeted his goodbyes, his final goodbyes, and he's looking to do new things. I'm so sad about this. I think Crowley brings so much to this show. I am really, really, really going to miss him. And then, of course, the big shocker, we just lost Crowley. Cass came out, and then Blade in the back. Lucifer stabbed Cass in the back, and it really looks like it is game over for Cass. But I don't think it is. Despite the rumours that Misha Collins is looking to spend less time with Supernatural and everything else that is going on, I think that very strange teenage Nephilim, whatever the hell that was at the end, is going to bring Cass back. I think that he is going to want Cass around, and I'm really hoping that is how they get around the Cass is dead situation. But we will see. Actually, in terms of story, it was probably a great finale. I don't know, Crowley and Cass going was a lot for me, and now we have to wait, and I hate the waiting part. Which, if you haven't watched the show, is really good for you guys, because you can watch 12 seasons all in one go. So probably by the time you've caught up on the 12 seasons, it will be about time for the season 13 premiere. It has been picked up for a 13th season on the CW. I will definitely be watching. But tell me, are you a Supernatural fan? I know at least a couple of people on here made comments last week that they watched the show and they are fans of the show. Let me know what you think. Did you love the finale? Did you hate the finale? Do you like Mary Winchester? How are we feeling about that? Her being trapped in the other world? I'm actually okay with that. She can stay there and not come back. She has messed a lot of stuff up this season. Okay everyone, I think that about sums up my thoughts on Supernatural. I could probably talk for a lot longer, but it would just be rambling and nobody wants to sit through that. As always, huge thank you for everyone that tuned in this week to watch. Please do all the fun YouTube things, like, comment and subscribe. Make sure you join me on Sunday on my Facebook page for an all new Facebook Live with my husband Greg, where we will be talking about this and whatever else comes up. And I think that's about everything.